In 1923, Barney Pressman pawned his wife's engagement ring and used the funds to launch what would eventually become a New York icon, Barney's. For decades, Barney's was the quintessential New York luxury store, with celebrities roaming the racks and designers jockeying to get their wares onto its shelves. Today, it's bankrupt, taken down by rising rents and what the CEO calls a challenging retail environment. Joining me live now is Jane Hali, who is the CEO of the investment research firm, Jane Hali and Associates. Jane, thank you so much for being with us. So for anybody who has been paying close attention,
for having me.
Anybody who's been paying close attention to the retail environment in this country, is this announcement really that much of a surprise?
No, it's not a surprise, because we have great luxury websites that customers are drawn to, especially the millennial customer, and that's who is buying luxury goods today. So we have Revolve, Net-a-Porter, Farfetch, where they can carry thousands of units or styles on their website to give the audience a real choice. And I have to say that Barney's is kind of stuffy in comparison. When you speak about e-commerce sites such as Revolve, they have about, I think, 2,500 influencers who they work with. Camila Cabello, one of the singers of the millennial age, is one of their influencers. So I think that they are kind of behind the times.
So why were they so slow to adapt then?
That's a good question. Most retailers have been slow to adapt to the e-com and how well they're doing. One of the reasons why the e-com sites do so well is because they really engage their audience. To even look on some websites, you have to fill in information. So their data drives their buying, and so you have less returns. It's old world going to a brick and mortar and expecting them to have the assortment that these other e-com sites have.
Do we know what kind of buyer Barney's is looking for at this point?
I don't think we do. They have private equity. I think they have some other firms working with them, and I don't know who is going to buy them. I would hope that one of these e-com sites would buy them, because they could use some brick and mortar exposure. Not too much, but they could use little.
So what were the main issues for Barney? I mean, aside from obviously issues with competition from e-commerce sites and online platforms, there was also a significant amount of issues when it came to rising rents in places like New York and Chicago.
Oh,
and difficult. Just walk us through what some of the major issues were on that front.
They said that the rent at the Madison Avenue store had doubled. I mean, we're talking about, I had the figure here, we're talking that the rent went up to $279 million from last year, $162 million. That's exorbitant. So you have to do a lot of business to make money on that.
All right. Jane, thank you so much. Appreciate Jane Hali live for us there. Thank you.